Well, for more on precisely the reopening of Notre Dame, then we're going to turn it now to France 24's Clovis Casali, who's standing by for us on site. Hi there, Clovis. So tell us about what the atmosphere is like thus far, with just a couple of hours to go until the festivities begin.
Well, pretty impressive to see already crowds gathering, thousands of people already heading towards Notre-Dame, not to Notre-Dame, because I can tell you there's heavy security, but on the banks of the Seine, you've got up to 40,000 people who will be allowed to turn up to watch the opening ceremony, the opening of Notre-Dame on giant screens that have been placed along the banks of the Seine. Heavy security, of course, 6,000 police forces deployed all around the area. I can tell you the Ile de la Cité, where we are standing with Notre-Dame Cathedral, completely cut off from the rest of the capital, with forces deployed on every bridge, a lot of control, checking bags, and you can't enter this area if you don't have accreditation, and it was particularly difficult to get accreditations, even for journalists and officials. So that's the situation security-wise. Earlier, we also got to speak to some officials, some member of the Paris diocese, notably an art historian who played an important role in the restoring of Notre-Dame. Why? Because he knew the history of the place, of this iconic cathedral. He knew exactly where the art was before the fire ravaged the roof of Notre-Dame, causing so much destruction, and he also played a role in saying where the art now needs to be placed. Let's take a listen to Father Maxime in this interview with Claire Pacalin.
This cathedral has a soul, and that's what everyone sensed when there was the fire, this emotion of that we had 5 years ago, and that it's like lighting again a lighthouse for humanity, and at the same time is having the feeling of having worked so that everyone can feel at home. I have the image of these 15th century paintings in which the Virgin Mary has a great cape and she's protecting people under her cape. And it's, for me, people getting in the cathedral is, yes, getting into that protective cape of the Virgin Mary.
So tell us, Clovis, then, what's on the program for the rest of the day?
Well, we're expecting the French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte around 6:15 Paris time, here on the Parvis de Notre-Dame, just outside the cathedral. He will be welcoming the heads of states, of governments, the various people invited, such as Prince William, but of course also US President-elect Donald Trump, Ukrainian President Zelensky, and many others, up to over 40 heads of state. At first, they were supposed to take place and sit in that tent you can see just behind me in front of Notre-Dame. But for weather reasons, we are expecting rain and especially heavy winds. Well, that means that President Macron and the guests will head straight into the cathedral, where there will be, of course, a speech of President Macron. But before that, the Archbishop of Paris, Laurent Ulrich, will be opening the doors of Notre-Dame. He will knock on the doors with bishop's staff made with wood from the cathedral. Wood that was partly burned during the fire that ravaged so much of the cathedral. And then when he knocks on those doors of Notre-Dame, well, we will be hearing music from inside the iconic cathedral, with the kind of dialogue between the inside and the outside, and then the Archbishop of Paris invited to go. And that will be one of the big moments, possibly the first important symbolic moment, of course, when the gates of Notre-Dame open and the opening ceremony takes place. A historic day for France, for Paris, but also for the whole world. More than 120 channels around the world broadcasting this moment. And from what I can see here, with the crowds already gathering, a lot of people want to be as close as possible to Notre-Dame on this special occasion.
Certainly a very impressive comeback, a testament to what can be done with resolve and unity. Clovis Casali at Notre-Dame, thank you very much.